There we go. And join on. Ooh, game talking to
Curry, and I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3, but we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a
game time.
And a look at the lights of Charlotte, North Carolina, sparkling in the sky. Just stunning.
NC Nation.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Golden State Warriors come in for this one. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. You look at the Hornets. Guys, what a terrific start to the season. They've really been getting it done early.
And checking out Charlotte, they have hit the ground running this year.
Clay, 86.
About a minute played so far here in the first. After making it to the playoffs in 2014, the Hornets couldn't repeat the feat in 2015. A slow start probably, Greg, more than anything else did him in.
Really disappointing season coming in with such high expectations, and 33 and 49 just not good enough to get into the playoffs in any season.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Payne at the 4 with Bogan at the 5. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Yeah, it just can't be a hard screen at all costs. There is a legality to how you set a screen, so you've got to be inside of both lines, legal and hard. You know, for the Hornets, they've not made consecutive playoff appearances since the team moved to New Orleans back in 2002. They just haven't been able to stay consistent enough to make it to the playoffs back-to-back years.
And guys, what's rough for the Hornets is that they were a consistent playoff fixture in the late 90s. Still, the team has never made it to the conference finals in its franchise history, and that should be a goal for them in the coming years.
And that one's good. Freak.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers Club on that pump fake.
Outside Curry. Inside. And it's Green with the jam.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Jefferson, a screen on Thompson. Freak with it. Curry meets him. Outside, Walker. Picked by Zeller. Shot clock at 5. Poked away. There's the dish to Jefferson. And it's sent back by Bogut. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. He gives them a double-digit lead. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, we've got to be careful. Don't want to get ahead of ourselves just yet. But it has been pretty ugly so far, no doubt about that.
Come on.
Here's Bishop.
Oh, give me that.
Drops it in from 14 feet away. Freak's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
On defense, the Hornets trailing here by 8.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them.
Confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Curry cannot hit, and Charlotte will go the other way with it. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and play to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Hold on. Can you read this, please? Spanish?
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And look at the grade. E. An E? You write a note right now. Pause this shit. Put it on the thing. And you gotta get your camera come out and ask what you can do to bring that grade up. Write a letter about what? What did it say? E? You didn't turn something in. What did it say? Get on your MyStar right now and you look. Get on the computer, which is over here, and you look. Let me think.
first for Bogut. This last month, he is putting up 9 points a game, 8 rebounds, and pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Yeah, in every way, I think he's doing a much better job, and the numbers certainly support that.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Hansbrough's checked in for Jefferson. Williams comes in for Cody Zeller. Kid Gilchrist, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Kemba Walker. Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Freak with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Hansbrough setting the pick for Kid Gilchrist. 6 to shoot. From the wing. And it's Freak missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick. His emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
There's a screen by Hansbrough. Freak kicks to Hansbrough.
Oh my God, that was wide open.
Lin against Iguodala. Pulls up. And they will call over the back on the play.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no doubt about that one with the over the back call.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to take him for a ride right there. Easy.
There we go.
Hornets trail by 12. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Hornets, Zeller and Jefferson are inside. Jeremy Lamb out there with Freak. And it's Batum in at the small forward position. Outside Curry. Rejected by Bishop. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. Here's Curry off the inbound. He takes it up and lays it in. Curry's got his first basket of the night.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Exactly.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Here's Bishop. It's rebounded by Golden State. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Get out of here.
So it's the Hornets now. It's a 14-point game.
Get
Curry with the steal.
You know, with that one, he's getting up there in turnovers. I mean, 4 in all now. He's got to be better with the ball to get his team back into it.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo Sorey performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
Thank you.
I'm going to let it slide.
The Hornets have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Shoot two.
The first free throw is good.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
It's stolen by Curry. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. Can't get it to go.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Here's Zeller. Shot is no good. Good D by Thompson.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Curry with a wide open look. Another miss by Curry.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he's just a little overzealous.
Well, go ahead then and just hammer it home, why don't you?
He might not be the athlete that some of the other big men are in this league, but my goodness, he still knows how to finish.
Well, he doesn't count on elevation or hang time, that's for sure, but he can still get it in the basket.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Steve Clifford was just going over the game plan with his team. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running things through Jefferson. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Being in the position they're in, probably a smart move to go to the clipboard and switch things up while we're still in the first half. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. It's stolen by Lamb. Here's Zeller. Passes it to Lamb. Stolen by Thompson.
Wide open.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already.
You let him go.
Good, and Curry gets the assist. And that's now 7 points for Klay Thompson.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point
this
guard
is
who's
dumb. Sim to end. This is dumb. I'm sorry about that. That's so dumb. So dumb. Sorry, just gotta check friends list, because that was the dumbest game ever. You can get out of here, I already went through it. And I'm skipping all that stuff. So mad right now. Can't even look at my guy in a second. Man, so this game, all of us turnovers. That's good. I average like 10 points per game, and only 3 games this season. So I didn't even know and I just started Thunder. This should be easier.
You got Kevin Durant up there, and you know he'll come to play. I love his versatility, but that makes shutting him down next to impossible. Coach gave us a full breakdown of what to expect. We watched plenty of film.
So
sometimes you just gotta throw all that out the window and settle things on the court.
After this
I'm
game,
ready.
turn the
Bring the
broadcast off and probably start a new one later. So dumb. I wish you guys could have skipped that. So if you have anybody else that watches this, have them skip that long break. You can still watch my 6 turnover game, but and my goal and my description was 10 points plus, and this is a
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Marvin Williams is checked in for Jefferson. Jeremy Lin comes in for Lamb, and Freak subbed in for Kemba Walker. Then for the Thunder, Adams comes in for Enes Kanji. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook.
I got him.
So the Thunder 5 right now. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Payne out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Durant in at the small forward. Now here's Payne, defended by Lin. 6 on the shot clock. Adams' shot is off. It's stolen by Adams. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense too.
Oh my
Kiwi
God.
Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively too.
Bad.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
They set the pick. Durant with a wide open look. Offline with his three.
And you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So
wide open at
coming up.
And guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Hansborough's come in for Zoe. And Michael Kidd-Gilchrist subbed in for Nicholas Batum. Nick Collison's checked in for the Thunder. Waiters comes in for Roberson. Durant sets a screen for Payne. Outside Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. Lynn against Waiters. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for Lynn. He's getting around 8 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at those numbers, not bad. But, guys, I think he can do better, and he knows it.
And he has high expectations for himself as well, guys, but he just hasn't delivered fully on his potential yet.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Thunder.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnovers.
Pretty passing, timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Now here's Freak. D right on him. Fires for 3, and he gets it to go. Freak's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking distance. Really a solid comeback effort here.
The kick out to Collison. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. There's a screen by Hansbrough. And it's Freak missing.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And Durant, here we go. Payne gets a wide open look. They get it again. Waiters.
Where is my guy? Get out of this game.
And before the game, we heard from Kemba Walker. He talked about his mentality when he steps out.
Play free.
No, thank you. You know, he may be having fun. Group on the floor now for Charlotte. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Durant's checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Payne in for Dion Waiters. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant and Collison at the 3 and the 4. Payne out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the center, locking down the middle. Let's take this chance to showcase the top setup man at the small forward position in the NBA. Kevin Durant, number 1. 4th, Nick Batum.
And these are some of the best teammates you're ever going to want. Very unselfish players at a position where you don't see a lot of offensive facilitating.
Yeah, you know, these guys are really more than capable of going it alone if the situation calls for it. But they much prefer to have everybody involved in the offense, and they go out of their way to try to make that happen.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Raptors got the job done. He ended with 16 points and was in the zone as a shooter, lighting it up from both the foul line and the field. This outing just the latest from him in what has been an incredible display of basketball.
All right, thanks so much, Doris. What a great report. And what a jaw-dropping performance that was, guys.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I mean, he's given himself a hard act to follow here tonight.
You know what? But as good as he was, it's hard to think there won't be at least some sort of carryover effect, guys. I mean, he still has to be riding pretty high.
What the hell?
You go back to before last season with Durant. He was set to lead Team USA to their tournament, but had to withdraw from the team club.
And, you know, withdrawing Kevin might have been the right play to keep him healthy. He still ended up on the shelf a good while last year, but I still think it was the right decision on his part.
D plus better go up.
1:25 left in the second quarter.
Give me.
Here's Bishop.
No, go.
Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Bro. This was a
Freak's got
drive.
5.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Yeah, looking to turn things around here, Greg, and cut into this lead.
Outside Westbrook. It's Durant on the wing. It's rebounded by Charlotte. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team ticks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Did they forget
Collison gets a wide open look. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. And that's now 7 points for Collison. Hornets trail by 7.
No, one.
Here's
This
Williams.
was nicest.
Kevin Durant with the rebound.
Bro.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Westbrook.
Get
They retain possession. To the wing right side. Here's Lynn. Nice open look, but it's no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And
I
that
don't
does
care
it.
what his station. I care about my gameplay, and that's winning. I can't even. Come on. I don't care about this either. 2K16 put too much into it sometimes.
The second half just about to get going here. For Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Waiters in for Kevin Durant. Kid Gilchrist and Williams are at the forward spots. Freak is out there with Jeremy Lin.
Oh, so he can do that, but every time I try.
Beautiful jam.
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on his
Sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim record. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Waiters. Oklahoma City the rebound.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Westbrook. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Right around 21 points per, 10 assists and 8 rebounds. And with his ability to put the ball in the bucket, he has to be your primary focus defensively.
Defenses plan to stop him, but very few succeed. That's why he's the team's leading scorer.
Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City. Payne comes in for Russell Westbrook. Waiters on the wing. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Payne dishes to Robertson. Kid Gilchrist with the steal. It's stolen by Adams. Here's Robertson. He's got 11. They double him with Freak. Payne with it. Out defended by Freak. And Adams kicks to Waiters. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Bishop the pass to Kid Gilchrist. Hansbrough misses.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover. and contest that shot.
Good balls.
Now here's Waiters, defended by Bishop. Count that one.
What the heck is this?
And the Thunder lead by 5.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
Stolen by Collison.
Oh my God.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Payne kicks to Waiters.
5 turnovers
Collison dishes to Payne. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
I don't want fouls.
Hornets trail by 7.
Go.
Now, Freak.
Ball
7 points in the
up.
game. Outside, Lynn. Hits the 3-point bomb. Lynn's got 9.
Only reason why we
7 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Payne. Oh, what a great finish as he gets bumped on his way up. It's checked in for the Hornets. Then for the Thunder, Cantor comes in for Nick Collison. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Andre Robertson. So for Oklahoma City right now, Cantor is the power forward with Adams in the middle.
Oh my
Payne
God.
out there with
This
Russell
is
Westbrook.
step
And it's
in.
Durant in at the 3 slot.
God, doing shit. My clock all the time.
1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Westbrook with a wide open look. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
Give me the ball.
And it's 8 points for Russell Westbrook. Charlotte has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. They get it
You can
again.
shoot a
Solid
three.
job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
What is this?
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defensively, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Baca comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Andre Robertson in for Payne. Screen by Ibaka. Here's Cantor, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
A free throw off from Cantor.
Complete domination. What a game for Enes Kanter. He's got 13 rebounds, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
It really has, K. Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
Robertson can't hit. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Bishop, and it's blocked by Ibaka. Outside Westbrook. Passes it to Durant. Left side Ibaka. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. And the Thunder lead by 9.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Charlotte no good that time either. So it's Oklahoma.
So dumb. I'm done with this broadcast.